Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do. If it does not, leave the parts that do not, as those may be meant for someone else. All right, we're going to look at what you may possibly be struggling with. Nine of Pentacles. Struggling with that emotional fulfillment of you're feeling like you're achieving your goals, feeling like you've achieved those, that you've put in the hard work, and you're struggling with feeling that sense of accomplishment, right? That maybe it's not feeling the way that you thought it was going to feel. Sometimes we have this idea in our mind that we think that if we do this or we try this, that it's going to make everything better, but it really doesn't, right? That we think that if we buy that thing or we do that thing, that it's going to make us feel better, that it's going to make us feel emotionally fulfilled. But it doesn't. What does Capricorn need to look at is deception, right? Is the moon, is that deception, right? Is that deception, that thinking that buying those things, those material things will give us fulfillment. That it's the emotional things, right? That it's how we feel inside about ourselves. That we're the only ones that we have to feel comfortable within ourselves. We have to feel comfortable in our own skin. That material things are not going to make things better. It may for the moment, but it will not be long lasting. It's the relationship that you have with yourself that matters. The relationship that you have with yourself that matters. That feeling inside. How do you feel about yourself? Right? It's that self-love that matters. That's what you need to work on. That's what you need to look at. I feel that there may be someone around you that is making you feel less than, but I also feel like you've kind of adapted that outlook and you're doing it to yourself. That's what you need to let go of. Whether it's putting yourself in situations or surrounding yourself with people that are not looking out for you, or they're not being positive, that are not those healthy relationships. Because I feel like it's kind of turned you almost against yourself. And that's what you need to look at. That's what you need to let go of, right? You need to work on that relationship that you have with yourself that is a positive one, and surround yourself with relationships that are positive for you. Sometimes we don't realize the situations that we're putting ourselves in, and we don't realize the people that we're surrounding ourselves with. Four of Cups and Page of Coins. I love it. So Four of Cups is looking at those new opportunities and seeing things differently, and leaving these behind, these three cups, right? Leaving those behind, letting that doubt go. And overall energy, we have the Page of Pentacles, which is that new thought process, that new thinking, that new way of looking at things, that loving yourself, working on yourself, trusting yourself. Sometimes we don't trust ourselves, right? We have to trust ourselves. How can we trust anyone else if we don't trust ourselves? All right, let's see. Let's get some more cards here. Clarification on the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. We have Four of Cups. That something wasn't as grand as what you were thinking. And to look back over it and see that maybe there were other things that you have done in the past that you thought that was going to change everything, that was going to turn everything around, and that it really didn't, right? That wasn't that satisfaction that you thought it was going to be, that it wasn't as rewarding as you thought it was going to be, that it ended up that you still felt that unfulfillment. But yet we have this cup over here, right? This almost, I'm feeling like Ace of Cups here. It's that opportunity that you need to work on, that relationship that you have with yourself. You need to hang in there. You need to be strong. And you need to see. Sometimes we don't want to acknowledge that that's something that we're doing. Sometimes it takes years, it takes decades of that struggle, of that thinking that, well, if I just buy this, right? If I just buy this thing, then everything will be okay. Or if I just have this new relationship and I put all this onto somebody else and that they'll make me feel better. Or I buy this puppy or this kitten or this animal or something and that will give me that fulfillment. And yes, it does for a little bit, but then there's still that emptiness within you. There's still like this hole, there's this piece that is missing. Trust me, I know, I've been there. But until you realize that that fulfillment comes within you, that it's that love for yourself, that's what you need to work on. That's what you need to see. You need to be able to stand in the mirror and look yourself in the eyes and tell yourself that you love yourself, that you're strong, that you're powerful, right? That you are a good person. And I literally did that. I did that for a long time. And it was hard for me in the beginning to stand there and look at myself and tell myself that. Because I was angry with myself. I was hurt with myself. I was frustrated with myself because I made bad choices for myself. And I had to come to terms with that. And I had to listen to that inner voice that says you're a good person, right? That you are strong, that you are confident, that you are an emperor, that you have power, that you can change things. That if you want change, you need to be change, right? And to focus on that 10 of Cups of emotions and feelings, right? Not the 10 of Pentacles where it's things. It's the 10 of Cups, which is emotions and feelings. What are those relationships that you have around you that make you feel good, that make you feel fulfilled, that make you feel happy? What are those things that make you happy, right? Focus on those things and then help that to focus on those things for yourself, right? To work on yourself, your own emotions, your own feelings towards yourself. And then you'll find yourself making better decisions for yourself, right? You find yourself coming into your power of the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is someone that I feel does not accept less than what she feels she deserves. She is powerful, she's strong. She makes tough choices, but she sees the reality of things. She has wands, which means she takes actions with it. She doesn't just sit there and think about things or analyze things or tries to fill things up with emotional or material things. She takes actions to make the changes, right? I feel that you come into this power that you no longer want to hold yourself back. Like the Queen of Wands is looking exactly at this Eight of Swords. She's seeing that she was holding herself back before. You're seeing that you were holding yourself back before. And that the Queen of Wands is going to take all of those swords away and she's going to be in control and she's going to take action to take those swords around. She's not going to overthink things, right? Because swords is analyzing. She's not going to overanalyze it. She's just going to do it to come into her power, that you feel that you're finally ready to let go. You're finally ready to see the opportunities. You're finally ready to surround yourself with positive things and positive people. You're going to make those tough decisions, right? Sometimes we have to, if we want change, we have to make some tough decisions. Communicating, sharing, giving back to those that have been by your side, giving back to those that have supported you, to say that thank you, but also to say that thank you to yourself for being strong and standing up and wanting change and actually making change happen. Bottom of the deck, I love it. The Hangman, seeing things from a different perspective, right? Taking that step back, you are now seeing things from a different perspective. That you want change, you will be change, and you will make that happen. Seeing that what you were doing over here, that this over here was not that emotional fulfillment that you were looking for, that you weren't receiving it, that you tried it many times but it didn't happen, and now you're seeing that emotional, that fulfillment comes within you, and listening to yourself and coming into your own power and not giving that power to anyone or anything else. All right, so let's get a Star Dragons card for overall energy, and then we'll get an animal oracle. These are the things that you need to see. These are the things that you need to work on. Returning, going with the flow. Returning, I feel like it's returning to your power, but I almost feel like it's don't fight against it. That if you listening to your inner voice and going with the flow of what that is saying and what that is telling you, and not fighting against the flow, and listening to those signs and those messages, right? Making things easier. Going with the flow means things become easier because you're listening to yourself and you're not fighting against something. There was something else I wanted to say, and then now I forgot what it was. Like I said before, that my brain goes quicker than my mouth, so my mouth didn't catch up that time. All right, we have brown bear spirit, take time out, and we have spider spirit, make your dreams real. Taking time out, right, to look at this situation, to think about things, to see opportunities, to let go of what you need to let go of, and making your dreams real, taking those opportunities again, right? You can make your dreams real, but I feel like you have to take this time out to come into your own emperor power first, to let things go with the flow. Don't hold on to negativity, right? Is that putting up blocks, right? And you're seeing you as a river, right? And as the negativity putting up dams, and it's blocking the water and it's making it harder for you. How do you take those dams down, that negativity down, for your emotions and your feelings, and for you to flow easier? All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.